We did it. We did it. I tried a different browser. That's what it was. So I was using Firefox, and Firefox was not working. So I said, well, to hell with this, and I'll go ahead and use Chrome. So we're using Chrome, and Chrome is working. So welcome, and I'm sorry about it. Hey, first of all, can you guys hear me? Can everybody hear me okay? Yes, no? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Anybody? Everybody? Can you hear me? Miguel, can you hear me? Drew? Tom? And I see Billy and Jimmy, and here's little Susie. Felt like I was on Romper Room for a second, like I was Miss Jean. I know you guys didn't have a Miss Jean. We had a Miss Jean. All right, you can hear me. All right, cool. So we have, everybody is here. Well, not everybody is here, but we have a lot of people here. Looks like 4 according to that thing, but it looks like there's a lot more. I don't know if you are still there, but we have Miguel Rangel, and we have Tom, old guy in Colorado, and we have Janice Yamanaka, and we have Drew Horst, and Jessica Stanton is here, and who else? Donna Lauderdale is here. I think, well, Donna Lauderdale was here. Hope she came back. The number's climbing back up. I think we have people. So I will tell you right off the bat, do not try to adjust your video. So you may see like this reddish tinge. That reddish tinge is real. So I am not a 1.5 pound chicken lobster that was perfectly steamed and served with drawn butter. I actually just spent a little too much time in the sun yesterday. So I didn't realize that I was getting sunburnt as I was there, but I did. And the main reason that we did the show today instead of yesterday is because I went to the Seal Beach Classic Car Show. So basically the streets were just lined with these classic cars. There had to have been hundreds, I mean, literally hundreds of classic cars. So you'll start to see those pop up in my Instagram feed, pictures and everything. I didn't know if it would be like, you know, as far as a Trippy Food episode, just walking around looking at classic cars. I'm not sure if how that would translate to a video, so I didn't video it, but I did take a lot of pictures, and those will eventually be on Instagram. So again, you're gonna have to deal with my reddish face due to the sunburn that I incurred yesterday. But you know, it is what it is. So we are once again joined by Doodle the Wonder Dog, not the Wonder Dog. Chumley's the Wonder Dog. Doodle is the Prince of Dogness. I got to get that straight. Sorry about that, Tom. All right. Yeah, so it's already up to 11 people. Ralph Wiggum has just joined us. Hello, Ralph. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? Didn't miss anybody, I don't think. Jessica's here. So I think we're good. We are good. All right. So Doodle wants to come up. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. It's Doodle, everybody, the Prince of Dogness. And now that he's up here, he doesn't know what he needs. He doesn't know what he wants to do. Doodle, they're over there. They're over there, Doodle. They're over there. Doodle, the Prince of Dogness. Early visit by Doodle, the Prince of Dogness. It is not the last time we will see him. He smells snacks, but everything is sealed, so he does not have a snack. But we will get him a snack. Say bye, Doodle, and we'll come and see, and we'll have you see them later. All right, good boy. Here. Time for a Doodle snack. Hey, Grubwort, good to see you. Glad you could join us. Did I miss anybody else? Please tell me if I missed anybody. I talked to John King yesterday. Well, I may have physically talked to him, but I talked to John King yesterday, and he mentioned that he was going to be here. So hopefully we will see him shortly. Doodle has his snack. The weather here is warm and cool breeze. It gets hotter. I'm hibernating till fall. I think you're supposed to hibernate in the winter, though. You're supposed to hibernate when it gets cold, not hot. But, you know, it is what it is. So here it is. It's supposed to be like 70 degrees today, and it's sunny. It's nice out. It looks a little hazy, but, you know, that's welcome to LA, right? So we have an adult beverage. We have a soft drink. And for the adult beverage, because it has just a plain white bottle cap, I don't really care about saving that. So we are going to see the resurgence of Ariel. Ariel is back. Ariel will help us out today. Hope you guys have had a great week so far, and a great Saturday. And I thank you for being flexible and changing the time in the day. But you know, we try not to do that too often. But you know, it is what it is, and here we are. Yes, Ariel is back, Janice. That is true. 86 down in Texas. Wow. Yeah, it's still a little bit early for it to be blazing hot, but you know, it is May, so anything bound to happen. You know, get a snowstorm. Who knows? May's kind of weird. So because we lost almost half an hour with that technical difficulties, we'll kind of just start in. We'll just start it on everything. And if we go a little over, we go a little over. That's how it goes. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have seven snacks. No, I'm sorry. So one is something to put the snacks on. I have 6 snacks, 2 beverages. Let's see. Let's start with a beverage. 3 snacks, beverage, 3 more snacks. So I'll leave it up to you guys. Do you want the adult beverage first, or do you want the soft drink first? Show of hands, or vote thing. I'm not going to put a vote thing up there. That's just too long. So I will leave it up to you guys. Do you want the adult beverage first or the soft drink first? Miguel says adult. Janice says adult. That's 2. That's 2 for adult, 0 for soft drink. Drew says soft drink. All right, now we're starting to get close. But Tom says adult. 3-1 now. We'll give it till by my clock, it's 11:24. We'll give it to 11:25. Adult. Hey, Julie's with us. Out Chloe shopping and eating at H. Oh my God, I'm jealous. Eating at H Mart now. The cop is so fully all day. So Julie and the girls had the flu earlier this week. It sounds like they are over that, and they are eating at H Mart. And so the H Mart near Julie, which is in Burlington, Massachusetts, they have this like food court, and they have this awesome pho place. I assume that's Julie. That's where you're eating, is at the pho place. So have one for me, and I'm completely jealous of that. Soft. What I mean is I can't do anything in hot weather. My health is health is better. Yeah, mine too. I hate the heat. I really absolutely hate the heat. All right. I think everybody's saying adult. There's like mostly adult and 2 soft drinks. Donna said soft drink. Drew said soft drink, but everybody else says adult. So we will start with our adult beverage. So this is our adult beverage. This is Cracking Clapper barley wine ale with caramel malts and Cascade hops. It just, with notes of coffee, raisin, and grapefruit. Now, with an alcoholic beverage, when they say with notes of, it just means that it kind of tastes like that. It's kind of like when you're eating iguana and you say, oh, it has notes of chicken, like it tastes like chicken. So they're basically saying, oh, it has notes of toffee, raisin, and grapefruit. They don't put toffee, raisin, and grapefruit in it. It just kind of tastes like that. So this is from how do I say that? Campanology Brewing. Now, Campanology Brewing, they are in Wanakee, Wisconsin. And Campanology Brewing was started by Isaac Shawaki in 2012. They are the primary. They only brew for Trader Joe's. So any of the unusual beverages that specifically doesn't say Trader Joe's on there, but it's from Campanology, are specifically brewed by Campanology for Trader Joe's. So you can't buy them anywhere else. You only buy them at Trader Joe's. And that is exactly where we got this one. This is a whopping 9% ABV, and that's a big bottle too. So I need to pace myself on that. The only thing ever tastes like chicken is chicken. Yeah, Tom. So it's funny you mentioned that. So back when I was a blogger, I was at this blogging event, and one of the up and coming or new bloggers was asking me, what's the best way you think to accurately describe the flavor of food and everything? And I said, well, I'll give you a little experiment to try, and basically describe the taste of chicken without using the word chicken. So describe the word chicken without. If you can do that, if you can describe how chicken tastes without using the word chicken, then you've got it, right? So you don't have to use chicken as the go-to for anything. And hopefully this ale does not taste like chicken. Let us read a card. Sometimes chicken doesn't even taste like chicken. I agree, Drew. Like silky chicken, the one that has the black skin, bones, and meat, doesn't really taste too much like chicken. There's a variety in it. All them chicken steroids. Yeah. All right. Here's the question. This one may be easy. I don't know. I'm not sure. What does Aloo, A-L-O-O, what does Aloo mean in Indian cuisine? So we're going to put this on the steam tray here, let that sit for a while, and we're going to go ahead and open up our Campanology Cracking Clapper Barley Wine Ale. Oh, Julie texted me. What did she say? One seafood pancake order. Oh, she's sending me images. Jules, I'm gonna have to take a look at it afterwards. Not that I'm not interested. I'm fascinated with it, but I got a show to do, so I will check it out. Chicken doesn't have much of a taste compared to other meats. Only way I can explain it. Well, it's different. You know, it's different. I can get bored with chicken really easy. So after a while, after eating chicken for a while, there's some like pork, not so much. I can eat pork on a regular basis. Beef, so. I never really ate goat for a long period of time and everything, but for me, chicken gets boring really quick. And there's only, you know, I don't care how many different ways you make it. To me, it kind of gets boring. Steamed kumquats. That's awesome. All right. Smells beerish. So I'm not sure if Julie can watch it. It means this is old guy can't have. Ah, okay. That's a good way of really answering the question, Tom, without really answering the question. So I like that. I'm going to do this because the beer tornado has started. So I'm going to try to get a sip of this before the head grows on it. It's kind of fruity. I don't know if I taste barley. Caramel malts and Cascade hops. Well, I definitely get the hops in there. It's a little bit nutty, I think. Kind of a nutty taste. I'm not getting toffee, raisins, and grapefruit, but that's okay. I mean, the grapefruit, I get that because of this, you know, the bitterness. I am getting, you know, some sort of bitterness. It's sort of like, it's not sweet like an orange, but you're kind of getting that bitterness. It's the hops. It's basically the hops. Thank you, Jules. And I promise I will look at the image afterwards. I just didn't want to do it while I'm doing this. That is a fine beer. That is a fine beverage. It's very dark, but it doesn't taste like, you know, like it looks like maybe like a port, maybe not as dark as a stout, but like a porter or anything, but it doesn't taste like a porter. Again, it has that acidity and that kind of sharpness that you get with like an IPA that's made from a lot of hops. So you definitely taste the hops in here. It's a very different beverage. Plus, you get a little bit more of the alcohol flavor because it's a 9.8, 9% ABV. So there you go. The name of the brewery is Campanology Brewery. They're from Wisconsin, and they are the primary brewer for Trader Joe's. So in other words, all of their products get sold at Trader Joe's and only at Trader Joe's. I know TJ's has their own like line of beers and everything. It says specifically says Trader Joe's on the label. This specifically says Campanology, but it's brewed for Trader Joe's from Campanology in Wisconsin. So Drew, I hope that answers your question. So what the Q is, what is Aloo in India? The Q is what is Aloo in India? The question, yes, it is. I'm sorry. So Jessica missed the question. Drew picked up on it. Thank you very much, Drew, for helping out there. All right, let's go to our question. Our question was, oh, I'm sorry. Did I break this? Thumbs up. It's a thumbs up. It's you know, if it was a reckless eating, I would not give it a 5. I might give it a 4, but it's still a thumbs up. It's still really good. So, you know, there we go. I need to like do like more and more specific ratings, right? So we do thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. You know, you get it anyways. We need to do like one of these and one of these and figure out what we want to call that. So, you know, thumbs that way, thumbs that way. I don't know. I just think we need to vary it a little bit more. Then we have 5 ranges, right? We have 5 ranges to go through. We should do that. So the question was, what does aloo mean in Indian cuisine? Let's see. Looks like we didn't have a lot of questions, a lot of answers on that. So Tom says it means steamed kumquats. That's absolutely correct. Let's see. Is that the Tom? Are you the only one that answered? What am I missing? Oh, Miguel Rangel said curry. The word, Joshua, thank you for joining us today. Joshua Maxwell is in the room, and the word today is, so this, I don't know if it's like, what's the word Johannesburg, or we have a word like on Pee-wee's not Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Pee-wee's Playhouse, where if I say the word, that you all have to go ah at the same time. So so let's do that. And today's word will be chili. Chili, not like the temperature, like a chili that you eat, like a pepper. Today's word will be chili. And then when you hear that, when you hear me say chili, we all go ah, you know. So there we go. Rate it 1 through 10. 1 through 10. I could, but well, you said David Buscemi's. I don't want to do like somebody else's, right? So I mean, I don't know. Other people do the thumbs up, thumbs down. That's kind of our thing. So it would be a variation of the thumbs up, thumbs down. Maybe we could do 1 through 10 if we do thumbs, like multiple thumbs, right? So we do like, you know, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But we'll do something like that. All right. It looks like a lot of people didn't answer the question. The correct answer is in fact potato. So Tom kind of like answered it and didn't answer it at the same time. So he went with his standard answer of kumquats, but he also said Mrs. Old Guy can't have it, which means she can't eat potatoes. So he accurately see, it's like Old Guy in Colorado culture. If you watch his show or you watch his live streams and everything, you pick up on that. And so so it's a good reason to watch Tom on Old Guy in Colorado. Pick stuff like that up on. You find out that Mrs. Old Guy cannot eat potatoes. So potatoes is the correct answer. I think everybody answered it and nobody answered it, and everybody got it correct and nobody did and everything. So I'm just going to kind of split the difference and just give everybody 5 points. So just take 5 points. Reach your hand in that jar, grab those 5 points, grab it out there. All right, Steve Russell has entered the room. Welcome, Steve. Good to see you. I think, did I forget anybody? I got the early people. I think I got the early people. So again, thumbs up on that beverage. So maybe like with the 5-point system, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the 5-point system that we're like here. So like it's good. It's not amazing, which would be here. It's there. So thumbs up, but here. There we go. Let's do that. We're gonna do. That's how we're gonna do. You have 205 points. All right, Drew. I don't know what happened to the catalog. So we had a catalog online where you could see where you could trade your points in for, but I'm not sure what happened to that. So maybe Tom can help you out with that, since you know he knew how many points he needed for his canoe, which I hope he's enjoying right now. All right, so let's put this back in the deck, and let's start on our next snack. So we'll ask the question first, and then we'll go into our snack. Yeah, how's that? So I think this one's an easy one. I think everyone should get this one. What beverage company? What All right, let's say that. What beverage company uses a bat as its registered trademark? Again, the question, what drink company uses a bat as its registered trademark? So we're going to put this on the bar right here, and we're going to start in on our first snack. Let's see. Let's do the tame stuff first and work our way up to the crazy stuff. So I'm going to do this first. So this, I saw this at Trader Joe's near the checkout, and it was kind of interesting. Basically, because of the size and the container, I don't know how this works. It says there are 3 bars in here. I guess maybe they're long way 1, 2, 3. That's what I'm guessing. These are dairy-free, soy-free, gluten-free, vegan oat chocolate bars. A smooth, creamy texture without the milk. So my guess is instead of using milk, they're using oat milk for that. They looked really interesting. Now, the other thing that I found interesting about this, that of course they are just sold and distributed by Trader Joe's, which is in Monrovia, California, but they are a product of Colombia. Now, and I guess if I didn't mention before that Trader Joe's was founded in 1967 in Pasadena, California, and if you go, it's on Arroyo Parkway. On Arroyo Parkway, the original store is still there, so you can visit the original store. It's smaller than most of the other stores, but still there. I don't know if they have things that the other stores don't or anything, but from a nostalgia point, if you are ever in Pasadena, California, and you want to see the very first Trader Joe's that was opened in 1967? I think I said 1967. Yeah, in Pasadena on Arroyo Parkway. So we're going to try one of these oat chocolate bars. We already asked the question, so we're good there. Did I miss anybody? Did anybody else join? I got you, Ralph, right? I did mention you. I did confirm that you had entered the room. Why won't this open? Let's do it the easy way. There we go. What's that, Steve? Chili? Ah! I can't tell if you're doing it or not. That's okay. All right. 3 bars. There's 3 bars in there, each individually wrapped, which is nice, I suppose. There we go. It looks like milk chocolate, but it is not. It is oat milk chocolate. There we go. You know, looks like a generic milk chocolate bar. You really can't miss Trader Joe's. It's basically where the Pasadena Freeway ends. Not really, Janice. It's kind of, well, yes and no. So I think it's still called Arroyo Parkway, and it T-bones at the top of Colorado Boulevard. So it's kind of like where the Pasadena Freeway ends. It's maybe halfway up. I think they, like I said, I think they still call it Arroyo Parkway. It's halfway up Arroyo Parkway. So it's, what is it near? It's almost across the street from that giant Whole Foods, I think. Tastes like milk chocolate. So you don't really miss the milk part of the milk chocolate in there. It does have other flavors as well in there. Mainly because, you know, oat milk does not taste like milk, right? So you do get, it doesn't taste like oats either. So you do get some other flavors in there. It's really interesting. So I think if you like milk chocolate, you won't miss the fact that there's no milk in here. It's satisfying enough, and it's interesting flavored. It doesn't have that you know, that pukey taste, that pukey sour milk taste that Hershey's does, which is a blessing in disguise. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. So there's nothing wrong with this. If you like just a basic you know, chocolate bar and everything, it's actually pretty good. And again, you don't miss the fact that there's no milk in there. So thumbs up this way. So right, thumbs up but that way. So again, not stellar, amazing chocolate and everything, but it's really good. I like it. It has a creaminess that that milk chocolate doesn't typically have. So very, very interesting. Let's go back to our question. Our question was, in fact, what drinks company, what beverage company, I don't know, uses a bat as its registered trademark? And the answers were, or the guesses were, let's see. Janice Yamanaka said Bacardi. Ryan Jones said Bacardi. Miguel Rangel said Bacardi. I'm sensing a pattern here. Jessica Stanton said Pepsi. I'm glad you just fly your freak flag high, Jessica, and be different. Tom says Bacardi Quats. Okay. Jessica Stanton. Why are there 2 Jessica Stantons? I see 2 Jessica Stantons here. There's one with a pink avatar, one with a gray avatar. That's really weird, but that's okay. Maybe Jessica's here twice. Maybe there are 2 Jessica Stantons. That would be interesting too. Ralph Wiggum says Batcardi, so he's being really clever. Bacardi Quat sounds like a band. It does. Okay, everybody got it right. I think it is Bacardi. It is in fact Bacardi. Bacardi rum uses the bat as its registered trademark. So give yourselves all 50 points. 50 points for that one. And just reach in that jar, grab yourself a handful of points, up to 50. Put the leftovers back. Take some if you need them. Leave some if you got them. There goes that bottle cap. I don't think Doodle's going to swallow that. I'm not really worried about that, but just don't want it on the floor. There we go. Oh boy, sorry, I have my 2 accounts up to help your views. Oh, thank you, Jessica. I hope they don't. I hope that doesn't, you know, result in, you know, one of them getting, you know, down or something. But that's fine. Speaking of views, we have, I think we are 130 now. 130 subscriptions shy of 5,000. So keep making your suggestions on the community page, on the poll on the community page. Please keep making your suggestions. Hopefully we will get to 5,000 very soon. So we're slowly creeping up to that point. There we go. Hey, Food Tasty TV has just joined us. Welcome, Food Taster TV. Good to see you. Glad you could join us today. All right, so let's see. They're getting progressively. Yeah, let's do this one next. All right, so I'm going to ask the question, then we're going to get into our snack. So the question is, what is the name of the two-colored square cake surrounded by marzipan? Again, the question, what is the name of the two-colored square cake surrounded by marzipan? I'd never heard of this. So, best of luck, everybody. My advice, look it up, because I never heard of it. All right, so we're going to try this. This is a little bit odd. Comes in this nice little can here. And this is, Sardina is the brand, and the product name is Adriatic Queen. And this is sea bass and sea bream pâté with truffles. I guess it's a little bit unusual in that you don't usually see a pâté made with sea bass and sea bream. And usually pâtés are made with livers, and I don't think it's made with the liver. I think it's made with the fish itself. So it's really interesting and fascinating. I saw this. I don't remember where I saw this. Saw this sitting on the shelf, and it just kind of called out to me and said, Val, you need to try this. And they were absolutely right. I do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on this, which is a water cracker. Cars is the most popular brand of water cracker. This is just Private Selection, which is the Kroger brand. Just kind of a generic water crisp crackers. And you want to try something neutral. These are very, very neutral. They're light, they're crispy, and they don't have a lot of flavor on their own. So they're designed to be like a palette for you to put things on top of. And so that's why we're going to use that. So it doesn't really impart any flavor to the thing that you're putting on top of it. We could get creative with like some savory cracker or something like that. I don't want anything to change the taste. Oh, you missed the question. The question was, Tom, what is the name of the two-colored square cake surrounded by marzipan? You might have made this at one point in time, but I don't know. Again, what is the name of the two-colored square cake surrounded by marzipan? All right. Let's open this up. See, these are very, very thin, very light, not heavily salt and everything. And so again, they're not going to impart a lot of flavor. Handy little ring opening. Eli, you missed our alcoholic beverage, and you missed our first snack, which is the Trader Joe's oat chocolate bars. But no worries. You can catch that part in the rerun, and you can just jump in wherever you are. So we are trying Adriatic Queen, which is a product of Sardina, and this is sea bass and sea bream pâté. Let's see. Sardina, the company Sardina, was founded by Carl. I'm sorry, I'm Val. Carl Varhanek in 1907 in Postira, Croatia. So this is a product of Croatia. Ooh, I guess that makes sense. I don't know what I was thinking, because usually anything called pâté has this kind of like a beige color, or usually like maybe a mahogany color, kind of like depends on what you're making it out of. This is like a very, very light, almost white color. Looks like spackle. Hopefully it doesn't taste like spackle. It's very light and creamy. You can see that they pump like air into this. I'm guessing this is going to just taste like mushed fish. And I know it doesn't sound attractive when I say it that way, but if you like fish, it's probably going to be good. Any more 99 valves? No, we're not. That we did the banana one only because Michelle Grant had told me how bad it was. And that's why we did the banana one. I suppose at some point in time we can try some of the other ones. Maybe we'll just do an episode where we just get all the little bottles of all the different times and try those. But again, 99 proof. That's a lot of booze. Ooh, very creamy. Something you don't associate with fish is the creaminess. I would think the truffles would be a strong taste. So you remember we did Calais, K-A-L-L-E-S. which is Scandinavian, like I'm going to call it a pâté. It's really not a pâté, but it's kind of creamed fish roe. Comes in a tube. Very salty. This is not very salty. But again, it's fish roe, so those are eggs. This is not eggs. This is the fish itself. This is really mellow. So, like, if you're kind of on the fence on fish, you like some fish, you don't like some other fish. Like, you like tuna, maybe, but you don't like some other, like, really strong fish-tasting stuff and everything. This would be really good. It's, like I said, it's very mild, very mellow. Just the right amount of spice, which I guess is mostly the truffles. It's not offensive. It doesn't have a strong smell. It's really good. So kind of an odd thing, like if you want to put this out on your charcuterie board, this little fish pâté, that's a thumbs up. Yeah, that one. Thumbs up. Yeah, it's pretty good. All right. Let's go back to our question. Our question was, what is the name of the two-colored square cake surrounded by marzipan? And the guesses were, let's see, Jessica Stanton said checker cake. Janice Yamanaka says Battenberg cake. Miguel Rangel says persipan. Let's see. Tom, old guy in Colorado, said Battenberg cake with kumquat frosting. You're really hitting it on all cylinders today, Tom. I think everybody got that right. Persipan, I'm not sure what that is. I like it, though. It sounds good. Checker cake sounds accurate. That's what you would call it, Jessica, and that's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and say everybody's correct. And it is, in fact, Battenberg cake. I've never heard of that prior to reading this card, but it is called Battenberg cake. Everybody give yourself 30 points because that's how I roll. Honor system, I'm just assuming you're just going to take 30 points, right? So when you stick your hand in that jar, just take out 30. Just 30, right? I mean, I'm not going to know. It's the honor system. I'm trusting you to do that. All right, so let's see. We did 2 snacks. We'll do one more snack, then we'll go on to our soft drink. So let's do these next. The company is Phong Kee. They're made in California. New look, same great taste. Well, if you didn't know the old look was, you just assume that they taste the same. And these are roasted peanuts, but they are 5-spice roasted peanuts. Now, 5-spice, if you don't know, I'm sure Tom, because Tom worked in the restaurant industry, so Tom's probably familiar with 5-spice. 5-spice is typically a variety of spices that are blended together to kind of create that like umami, kind of like a little bit of, salty, savory, all those kind of things mixed together. And that's kind of the purpose of 5-spice. You find it a lot of in Chinese cuisine, but you also find it in some of the other like Southeast Asian countries. They'll also use 5 spices. Now, typically, 5 spices is historically or typically star anise, cloves, Chinese cinnamon, Szechuan pepper, and fennel seeds. But it kind of it can vary a little bit. Like for instance, this one has the cinnamon, has the star anise, has fennel. I don't think we said fennel. No, fennel is not typically one of them. Ginger, cloves, white pepper, and licorice root. That sounds like more than 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7. The thing, it says 5 spices unlabeled, but it's actually 7 spices. And this has licorice root in it, so that's fascinating. But typically, if you have not seen this, any place that sells spices, your Kroger store in your spice rack, you'll be able to find this in there. Chinese 5-spice. Really nice in some like some soups and stuff like that. You use it very, very sparingly. Like sometimes I'll just put like a little drop of it when I'm making a soup, and all of a sudden the water just turns this dark brown color. So use it very sparingly. Anyways, so these Phong Kee nuts are roasted peanuts are 5-spice flavored, and Phong Kee was founded by Phong Kee. So that's the person's name who founded it. It was founded by Phong Kee in 1982 in Oakland, California. They later moved to Hayward, California, where they're located now. But named after the guy that founded the company. Now I feel guilty. I'll put the 1 extra point I grabbed last time. I'm sorry. See, Tom, I wouldn't even know. That's why we call it the honor system. So thank you for being honest and putting that back. There you go. Either that or just hang on to it. And the next time, like let's say we give out 40 points, just take 39. That's fine. It all balances out. Shouldn't all peanuts have a new look? I don't think I'd eat them if they looked old. Yeah, so that was when we get to the soft. hold that thought, Janice, because when we get to the soft drink, I want to talk about that exact concern again. Where did Doodle go? Doodle just disappeared. Didn't really have a strong smell. It doesn't smell like peanuts either. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Because these are 5 spice roasted peanuts, I obviously can't open the bottom of the bag. I'm going to shake these up a little bit. 2 of the spices aren't Chinese. Well, maybe. You know, it depends. You know, what wouldn't be not Chinese? I mean, honestly, if you're going to, you know, that's like saying, well, do they not have cloves or white pepper or licorice root or whatever it is in China? I don't know. It is a product of the USA. All the writing is in English. So, you know, I guess the thing is, you know, you pick 5 spices, you do a blend. And again, everybody's blend is going to be different, but it's those basic 5 that is traditionally a Chinese 5 spice. Did that change anything? It changed nothing. All right, there we go. They look like little like Spanish peanuts. You know, they don't have that the red shell on it. It's kind of like a brown color. They look like they're dry roasted. They taste like they're dry roasted. I didn't read a question, did I? I did not read a question. I'll read it while I'm doing this. Here's the question. What was the first cocktail invented in the United States? Again, the question, what was the first cocktail invented in the United States? We're getting a lot of alcohol questions here. This is really nice. It's not heavy-handed with the spice. Because, again, 5 spice can be really strong. It has a really exotic smell to it. I'm going to start sneezing here in a second, most likely. It has a really exotic smell to it. Not anything that you can pick out. Like it doesn't smell like cinnamon. You get a little bit of the licorice root powder smell, but not anything overpowers everything else. So it makes a really, really interesting smell. And I think that's part of the thing about using the Chinese 5 spices is that imparts that smell. Although these don't have it really. So again, it's really subtle, really mellow spices. The peanuts are dry roasted. They're not too dry. They're also not greasy. There's still enough oil in them. That's a thumbs up. They're really tasty. That thumbs up. Again, didn't blow my socks off, you know, but really nice. Nice, light application of the spices. Thumbs up. Really good. Good peanuts. So that's a nice little snack. I'll have that later. So the question was, what was the first cocktail invented in the United States? Let's see. They sell party buckets of the 99 shots. Thanks, Eli. Do you hate me? Let's see. Tom said the kumquat martini. Miguel Rangel said Sazerac. Janice Yamanaka doubles that and says Sazerac. Miguel got it. Well, Janice, if you're doing that, yeah, the correct answer is in fact Sazerac. I don't know what's in a Sazerac. I'm not sure what's in a Sazerac. Maybe you guys can help me out with that. Look that one up. But it was the first cocktail invented in the United States. So I'm going to give 20 points to everybody. Well, a lot of people answered that. Tom, Miguel, and Janice. And so I'm going to give 20 points to everybody. But Janice, you said Miguel got it. So you're essentially giving it to Miguel. So everyone gets 20 points except Miguel. You get 40 points because I'm kind of gifting you Janice's 20 points. So 20 points for Tom. 40 points for Miguel, and Janice, it gets a symbolic 20 points, but actually we're kind of giving your points to Miguel because you were in a very generous mood. So there we go. Shrimp cocktail. That would be interesting. I wonder when the shrimp cocktail was invented. Dry peanuts. Hang on. Was that 3? That was 3. That was 3 snacks. All right. So we're going to go on to our soft drink next. Any updates on the music channel? Eli, yes. I have I have the content to put up there. I only have 1 video on there right now, so I need to add content to it. And maybe this afternoon I will add content to it so I can open that up, and then we will do like a music live stream. We'll figure out when to do music live stream. But I'll start adding content on it this week and do that. I'm a little bit slow on some stuff like merch. I just need to get on the ball and actually do that. So there we go. Almost have enough points to buy the oars for my canoe. Oh, okay. But Tom, did you find the catalog? How much are like? We're trying to find the catalog, and we've lost track of it. Favorite pizza Lunchable? I don't think I've ever had a Lunchable, and I don't know if that means that we have to do a Lunchable. Certainly not episode wide, but maybe for a live stream. Maybe we will do a Lunchable, and maybe you can suggest what would be an interesting Lunchable for us to do. If do they even still have Lunchables? I don't know that. Hey, John King has just entered the room. Welcome, John King. Hope you are feeling up to par and all is well with you. So welcome, John. Glad to see you. So you won't be up the creek without a paddle. That's right. Or up the river, well, not the going to jail up the river part or phrase. All right. So let's ask the question first, and then we'll go on to our beverage. Our question is, alcoholic beverages again. What cocktail, and this one's relatively easy. I think everybody should get this. I don't even think you have to look it up. What cocktail is made from vodka and orange juice? Vodka and orange juice. What cocktail is made from vodka and orange juice? So that's going to go back there on the bar, and we're going to open up this one. This one is fascinating. I've never seen this before, but I happen to be in Portos. Portos is I want to call it a Cuban restaurant. I'm going to call it a Cuban-American restaurant. This is Ironbeer soft drink. And the thing about Ironbeer is it was originally created in Havana, Cuba by Manuel Rabanal back in 1917. So what happened was in 1960, the Castro regime exiled the Rabanal family from Cuba, and they ended up in Miami. So when they ended up in Miami, they started making this beverage in the United States. So it was the original family that made the beverage. I think they nationalized the beverage, so they still sell it and still make it in Cuba, but it's not made by the same family anymore. And again, I have not seen this. The first time I saw this was I walked into Portos, and there was a whole bunch of these on the shelf. I go, that looks interesting. It says original 1917 flavor. So this is an original can from 1917. It's over 100 years old. It should be really interesting. It's not. I'm just kidding. But original 1917 flavor. I don't know, like, if there's anybody around anymore that could drink that and go, that's the same flavor from 1917. Over 100 years since 1917. There's a little story on it. That's kind of cool. And let's see, ingredients: carbonated water, fructose, caramel color, citric acid, natural and artificial flavors. Then I get specific about the flavors. Now, what I've read about it is, what some people are saying is that it's a little bit like, a Dr. Pepper with Caribbean spices. So it sounds really interesting. And maybe one of those Caribbean spices is chilies. Anybody? No, I guess we forgot about that. That's okay. Let's see. Okay, people are asking, what is my least favorite soda? My least favorite soda. Probably Sprite. I mean, and that sounds weird, but Eli, I think my least favorite soda is Sprite. Only because it's just, I mean, it has the approximation of lemon and lime. It's syrupy. It's sugary. It's, I don't know. Like maybe as a mixer, it would be okay, but just drinking a glass of that doesn't do it for me. So probably Sprite. All right, let's go ahead and open this. Let's try to open this. Can't get my stupid fingernail under. There we go. I imagine this is going to be cola colored. And I am not disappointed. It is cola colored. Maybe a little darker. Yeah, almost smells like plums or prunes, maybe. It has that kind of, it has a kind of a plum smell. Not as sharp, but a nice smell. My least favorite soda is Dr. Pepper. I love Dr. Pepper, Jessica. I don't know. I started liking Dr. Pepper, but when I was a kid in Massachusetts, I started liking Dr. Pepper. And I think part of the reason was I didn't have to share it with anybody because everybody hated Dr. Pepper, which is really weird in New England that people don't like Dr. Pepper. And Dr. Pepper is like really popular in the South. Dr. Pepper was first made in Texas, I think Waco, Texas, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in the early 1900s, I think, maybe late 1800s, very, very late 1800s. And it is one of those drinks like Pony Malta or Moxi that it almost has like it has like a medicinal root beer kind of base to it. But I've always liked it. I always liked Dr. Pepper. So here's the weird part. So Jessica, you are from New England, obviously, and you don't like Dr. Pepper. Now, growing up as a kid, everyone I knew didn't like Dr. Pepper. But the thing is that Moxi is a drink from New England, and people like Moxi in New England. They don't like it anywhere else outside of New England, but New England people like Moxi, and I can't understand that because Moxi and Dr. Pepper are somewhat similar. They taste like something that you would get out of a glass bottle with a cork in it, like from the, sold in the places that sell medicine. That's what it sounds like to me. So here we go. Ooh, it's kind of cream. It almost has like a cream soda kind of aspect to it. It does have a nice light on whatever spices they put in there. They're there, but it's really light. To me, this tastes more like a cream soda than a root beer. And then again, they did say that it kind of has like root beer flavors, or Dr. Pepper flavors, type flavors. I do get that somewhat, but like something made from bark or root, a plant root. It's not overly sweet. It's pretty tasty. That's a thumbs up. That's one of these thumbs up. That's a 5 thumbs up, right? Thumbs up. That's really good. Again, I like Dr. Pepper, so I would like this. I like Moxi, so I would like this. If you have tried that realm of sodas, Moxi, Dr. Pepper, etc., you will enjoy this. It's really good. Again, to me, it has this kind of like fruity, kind of prune flavor to it and everything. But yeah, pretty good. But the true test, I have a feeling this is going to be pretty good, actually. Let that breathe for a second. I could not find Moxi Cola here in Texas. Miguel, there was a problem for a while with Moxi. I don't know. I think it was one of the ingredients that they couldn't get. So Moxi was kind of on hold. You couldn't get it anywhere for a while. It's back. So Moxi is back now. If they have a Rocket Fizz near you, Miguel, if you can find a Rocket Fizz, maybe like in Austin, which I think is, I'm trying to remember, Miguel. Are you closer to like Waco? You're like up higher on I-35, or I thought you were down in the. No, I think John King used to live in what is that, south of Austin, right? I'll bet if you go to Miguel, if you go to a Buc-ee's, I'll bet Buc-ee's will have it. Buc-ee's should have Moxi. So, but again, you couldn't find it for a while because they couldn't get a particular ingredient for it, so you couldn't find it for a while. But now it's back. So there you go. Does anyone know if Sierra Mist still exists? It's been years since I've seen Sierra Mist. It might or might not. Oh, San Antonio. So I'm trying to think if the. I know that HEBs are big in San Antonio because I think that's where HEB started, in the San Antonio area. They have the HEB central markets, Austin, but I don't know if they have Central Market in San Antonio. But if they do, they would have it there. Maybe Whole Foods might not. They don't really do a lot of like, you know, commercial sodas and everything. So I wouldn't check there. But if there's a Rocket Fizz near you, I would definitely check out Rocket Fizz. I can do some research. I can help you find that. This, no. I like them both on their own, but for some reason the beer just kind of messes with this. The beer, the hops, the flavor of the hops just kind of kills this. I have a Cost Plus near me that never gone in. I don't. Cost Plus might actually have it because Cost Plus has fluff, which is a New England thing. You can get fluff at Cost Plus World Market, so I would check out Cost Plus World Market. Check them out. They might have Moxi because again, they have a lot of regional stuff there. This is a no. It's not like horrible, like it's going to make my tongue twist in the back of my head. So it's like one of these thumbs downs, but it's still a thumbs down. So there we go. That's going over there. I'm not going to finish that. There we go. Let's go back to our card. And our question was, what cocktail is made from vodka and orange juice? And the answers were none. Nobody answered that, I don't think. Let's see. No, that's not true. There we go. Don't shoot. I love Domino's Pizza. Jessica, that's fine. To each their own. Now, Jessica, what I would suggest to you, and this is your homework assignment, is go to Santarpio's, not the one on Route 1. I think it's in Danvers. Don't go to that one. Go to the one in East Boston. Santarpio's in East Boston. People might try to tell you to go to Regina's, like they say it's the best pizza in Boston. It's not. Go to Santarpio's. Try their pizza. Let me know what you think. And let me know how you would compare that to Domino's Pizza. So, Jessica, that is your homework assignment. You have a week to complete that. So get started. There we go. Straight up pizza. Or would somebody ask about pizzas? Was there a pizza question? Like, oh, favorite pizza Lunchable. So I'm assuming that when you say Lunchable is a very specific thing. Those little plastic containers that has the little, you know, cheese sticks and stuff like that in there. But maybe you just mean favorite pizza, Steve Russell. I'm not sure. But if you're talking about specifically about a Lunchable, I'm not sure what kind of pizzas, what kind of Lunchable pizzas they have. That might be, again, a weird, unusual thing that we do on the next live stream. So there we go. There's nothing wrong with loving Domino's Pizza, but, you know, Jessica, but want you to try something else just to see what you think. That's all. Let's see. Food Taster TV, everybody say hi. Janice Yamanaka said screwdriver. John King said screwdriver. Let's see. Found a guy that will redeem your points. The only thing is he has a small catalog, only 4 or 5 on him. Oh, 3. Is that where you got the canoe, Tom, through a reseller? Interesting. Let's see. A question. Margaritas, maybe? Jessica said margaritas. I think that was it. I love Squirt, and they came out with a cucumber lime one. Really want to try. The problem with Squirt is I think Squirt is grapefruit flavor, if I'm not mistaken, Eli. I like Squirt. I don't know that I want to try cucumber lime because to me, Squirt is Squirt, right? Squirt is like a single. It's a one particular flavor. Cucumber lime sounds good. It sounds like a good soda, but again, don't mess with my Squirt. Let's see. Ginger ale for me, you can't go wrong with ginger ale, Steve Russell. I think we talked about ginger ale a little bit last week where we said that my favorite brand of ginger ale, and see if you can find it, is the, what was it called? Blenheim. The Blenheim Hot. It's not hot, heat hot. It just has more ginger in it. So it has like more of a ginger kick. But the Blenheim Hot is really, really good. If you like ginger ale, you should try that. Let's see. Did I miss anything else? Sometimes Walmart carries Moxi. Oh, okay. And again, it was gone from the shelves for a while, Janice, because they couldn't get an ingredient. But there you go. Yeah, and I agree with you, Janice, and your advice to Eli is to go to World Market. So like a lot of the things that we've had on our live stream that are really unusual stuff, I've gotten at Cost Plus World Market. So especially if you're in an area that doesn't have a lot of like ethnic groceries, you don't have Middle Eastern groceries, you don't have Latin American groceries, you don't have Asian groceries and stuff like that. Cost Plus World Market is kind of cool because they have stuff from all over the world and really, really unusual stuff. They have a whole section on British foods, British foods. Sausages and jars and stuff like that. So yeah, I agree with Janice. Eli, is worth a trip. Go to World Market. You can find some interesting. You can do your own live stream with stuff that you would find there. But what is cost plus? Always pass by. It looks like a furniture store. Well, Eli, that's because they sell furniture. So food, I would say food is about a third. Like about a third of the store is food, and then they sell accessories like jewelry. They sell cards like greeting cards. And they sell furniture. So it's kind of like if you're familiar with Pier 1, it's a lot like Pier 1, that kind of thing. So they have outdoor furniture. They have really just furniture. Oh, and like dishware, fancy dishes, glasses, mugs, cookware, pots and pans, things like that. So so they have a little bit of everything. And again, it probably looked like a furniture store from the outside because as you pass by, you know, they probably had that. They do sell a lot of furniture, and they probably had that out front. But very expensive, their furniture. So I only go there for the food because the food is always fascinating. Drew Horse said screwdriver is the answer. Let's see. Was that? Oh, Tom said I missed the question. So kumquat. Well, kumquat is always the correct answer, Tom. Okay, and we were talking about cost plus World Market. So it sounds like everybody got it. And if you didn't, I'm gonna just turn the other way and look. So I'm gonna give everybody 50 points. Everybody gets 50 points for that one, except Tom. You get just take 49 points, and then we'll call it even. So there we go. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Sierra must taste like Sprite and 7-Up, so those must be close to the Sierra Mist. I think I like the Sierra Mist better because it's not as syrupy. To me, it's not as sweet and syrupy. The Sierra Mist. I kind of like that better than Sprite. And 7-Up is, you know, I can give or take 7-Up. Again, it's probably really good in mixed drinks and everything, just not one of my favorites. Okay, the question was what cocktail is made from vodka and orange juice? And I think most everyone got it correct, and it is screwdriver. So there we go. All right, so that was, let's see, snack. Oh, we got 3 snacks left. All right, cool. And how are you doing? So like even with the loss of almost half an hour, I think we're still on track. So that's okay. We'll have to see. We'll see how it goes. Fazoli's is trying to make a comeback. I know Tom is excited. Well, we can't know for certain if Tom is excited. Tom can confirm whether or not he's excited. So let's go. Did I rate this, the Ironbeer? Thumbs up. There's a thumbs up on that. But again, I like drinks like that. So there we go. Matter of fact, cheers. It's really good. Again, I get that kind of fruity, almost plum flavor in there. Really interesting. All right, looks like we have sour and spicy left. Let's start with the sour and then work our way into the spicy. So now I remember to read a question first. There we go. Have you tried Mexican Sprite? No, but I bet you it would taste better because I like Mexican Pepsi better than regular Pepsi. So Miguel, I will have to do that. If I can find a Mexican Sprite, I will try that. According to experts, what type of alcohol? We're stuck in alcohol here. I must have got the alcohol deck. According to experts, what type of alcohol goes best with salty, fatted foods? Seriously? All right. Sure, whatever. According to experts, what type of alcohol goes best with salty, fatted foods? This one seems kind of specific. It's not a brand, but I'm just saying a specific type of what it is. So there we go. Extrapolate. Oh, yeah, real excited. Like I said, Fazoli's real Italian food served real gross. There we go. All right, so these are, I'm going to say, Lördagsgodis. It's Scandinavian. Obviously, you guys can tell right away where these are from because they give it that goofy name. These are from IKEA, and these are Viking ship-shaped sour gummy with cola flavor. There's a lot to take in there. Viking ship-shaped sour gummy with cola flavor. Thought that was really interesting. Natural flavors, gelatin-free. That's interesting. No GMO. Now it says gelatin-free, but it does not say vegan. That's interesting. Because gelatin is made from cooking down like bones and hide and stuff from cows, pigs sometimes.
Let's see. Ingredients: sugar, glucose syrup, invert sugar. That's a lot of sugar. Modified wheat starch, modified potato starch. I guess that's what they use, potato starch instead of the gelatin. Citric acid, sodium citrate, caramel color, cornstarch, hydrogenated vegetable fat, sunflower and rapeseed oils, natural flavoring, palm fat, contains wheat. Like, they can call this vegan. I don't really see anything in here that would not be vegan. There we go. There was a question. I thought I saw a question. Oh, yeah. Steve Russell was asking favorite Frito flavor. Hands down, the Mexican chorizo flavored Fritos. So they're made in Mexico. If you go back and watch, we did a collaboration with the Trips where we made a Frito pie, and I think I just used the regular bag of Fritos, but I had the Mexican chorizo flavored Fritos on hand. They're exceptional. They're really, really good. That's my favorite flavor. Fritos. Oh, come on, really? It's funny, they do have a cola smell. All right, so it's a gummy, and it has cola flavor and sour at the same time, and it's shaped like a little Viking ship. Here we go. Sour cola, which is not like the Spanish cola, which means tail. That's weird. It's weird. The sour and the cola, you can taste them both. They don't taste like they belong together. There's 3 kinds of sugars in there, but it's not overly sweet. I have a bag of Fritos next to me. They make a great snack for the missus in place of tater chips. They do, because they're corn. I like Fritos. I mean, I like the regular Fritos too, but again, my favorite is the Mexican ones, the Mexican chorizo flavored ones. These kind of like, the sour dissipates quickly, and then you get more of the cola flavor. They're not overly sweet. They're coated with sugar. They're still not overly sweet. I kind of like that they get that sour flavor, but then that sour flavor dissipates and the cola flavor comes in. They're nice. It's fun. It's like it changes in your mouth. It's fun. It's a thumbs up. And because it's so interesting, unique, and different, that's a thumbs, like that kind of thumbs up. Thumbs straight up. Glad I tried that. Those are really good. Let's go back to our question, which was, according to experts, what type of alcohol goes best with salty, fatted foods? And the answers were, or the guesses were, Miguel Rangel said red wine. Food Taster TV said vodka. Janice Yamanaka said beer. Tom said quat liquor. Of course, that's the right answer. Donald Lauderdale said tequila. I think that's it. Let me know if I missed anybody. None of those are correct. And again, I'm not the guy that came up with the question, so I can't validate that, that this is, I don't know what experts they're talking about that says that, but they're saying champagne. So champagne goes best with salty, fatted foods. So nobody got that. Nobody got that right. Everybody got it wrong. So I'm going to give everybody 200 points. 200 points for everybody. Even if you didn't guess, 200 points for you. That's how I feel about this. You didn't fact check. You didn't put sources on here and everything. So, I can't validate that. 200 points for everybody. Everybody in the room. Doodle was here a second ago. Where is he? I hear him. There he is. Want to come up? Doodle, the Prince of Dogness, everybody. Hi, Doodle. How you doing? Just chilling? It's Doodle, everybody. Doodle. The dude himself. We took him to the Seal Beach classic car show yesterday. We now have a dude-mobile. So he can ride in comfort and style, has a little mesh thing and a little hood over it so he doesn't get the sun. And then when he wants to get out and walk around, we let him walk around. And then when he wants to chill in his dude-mobile, we just put him back in the dude-mobile. So, are you a good boy, Doodle? Are you a good boy? No, I mean, seriously, I need to know. Are you a good boy? Yeah? Okay. I didn't need the lick on the nose to confirm that, but that's okay. He is a good boy. All right, Doodle. Say hi to everybody. Say hi to your adoring public. I mean, let's face facts. If Doodle was here for 2 hours, just Doodle, not even me, you guys would watch. I mean, like, we'd already be past 5,000 subscribers. We'd be at like 10,000 subscribers. Because that's why you watch. You watch to see Doodle. I know that like the Trips, they love Doodle, especially Kelly. Kelly, I think when Kelly does watch, she watches so she can see Doodle. She said, "Oh, that would be great if we came out to LA and then we did some collaborations and everything, and I'd get to see Doodle." So, like, again, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not jealous. It's all right. I definitely need Doodle merch. Maybe that's what I should put on the Trippy Food merch. I should put Doodle's face on it. Maybe I should do that. That would be funny. So that's why the peanuts are on the bar when you're drinking champagne. No, because I don't really think of champagne as a bar drink, right? When you go to a bar, you don't say, "Hey, give me a champagne." Champagne is more like romantic meal champagne, really high-end restaurant champagne is what I think. So snacking on peanuts and everything doesn't really seem to like like if I was in a place that was serving champagne, that I would think that the snacks instead of peanuts would be some sort of like I don't know, some amuse-bouche or something like that. Some kind of really crazy fancy thing with microgreens and little flowers on it, and maybe like a piece of Roquefort cheese or something along those lines. That's what I picture when you're drinking champagne. But again, they didn't prove their work, so I don't know. I don't know if I trust them. There we go. Fatty salty peanuts. That sounds like a good band too. Hey, we're the Fatty Salted Peanuts. Champagne, maybe fatty and salty. Yeah. Although peanuts aren't really always fatty, and sometimes they're not even that salty. But yeah, like pork belly, right? Pork belly. By their standards, you would have champagne with pork belly, but to me, it doesn't really seem like that would be a good match. That's just me. For me, like for pork belly, you either want like a light crisp lager, maybe a light crisp lager, or tequila even. So there you go. Hey, Scott, it's been a few weeks. It has been a few weeks, but remember, Scott, we did miss a few weeks. We did when we were in Colombia. We didn't actually do a live stream from Colombia, and we almost didn't do one today. We had some problems with video, wouldn't start up. I had to use a different browser, so we're good now. But we weren't there. But welcome back, Scott. Good to see you again. Glad you could join us. Champagne and caviar, but so caviar is salty, but is it fatty? I mean, yeah, that is the combo, Tom. The champagne and caviar, they go together like salt and pepper. Martin and Lewis. Teams, champagne and caviar, I would think. So there we go. All right, so that was that snack. The Lördagsgodis All right, there we go. So yeah, pretty good. Thumbs up. I like they're very unique. Not like anything I've had before. Thumbs up on that. All right, so we have 2 snacks left and plenty of time. So there we go. What? I've never heard of this before either. So here's my philosophy on life. You should learn something new every day. Every day you should learn something new. Never stop learning. Always learn something new every day. And then try something new as well. Every day, try something new. If you go to a restaurant and you've ordered the same thing all the time, next time you go in there, order something different. Make mine a cheeseburger. That's it. Do something different. But learn something new every day. I've just learned something just reading this card. I will now read it to you, and hopefully you will learn something Although some of you might know the answer to this. I'd be surprised, but that's okay. How many gallons are in a Demijohn? Again, the question is, how many gallons are in a Demijohn? Now, it doesn't say, I think there's a difference between a UK gallon or, I'm trying to remember. There's like, in other countries, like a gallon is not a gallon. But how many gallons are in a Demijohn? That's the question. I'm going to put this in the Demijohn container, and we'll go ahead and open up our next snack. So let's see. One says Scorchin, one says Blazin' Hot. I'm going to save the Blazin' Hots for last, but I have serious doubts that it is Blazin' Hot. So we're going to do our old friend Pringles, and these are Scorch. So it seems to be a new line that Pringles has is Scorchin. I've tried 2 of them. I think I did there was a Scorchin cheddar. It was not Scorchin. I don't think this is going to be Scorchin. That's just me. But the fact that it said loaded nachos kind of fascinated me. Seems like something easy that Pringles would do. I mean, with loaded nachos, let's see. What would you have on loaded nachos? You might have beans, might have chilies. Ah! Anybody? Are we even playing this game? Okay. You might have chilies. Might have cheese. Might have beans, I think. And I think maybe sometimes you'd have a meat, like a ground beef, but I fully do not expect them to do, because they don't even do meat in the stuff that's supposed to be meat flavored. Ingredients: dried potatoes, vegetable oil, yellow corn flavor, corn starch, rice flour. You got to have that yellow corn flavor if you're going to do nachos. Contains 2% or less of what actually flavors it. Buttermilk, monosodium glutamate, cheddar cheese, salt, enzymes, natural and artificial flavor, yeast extract, sodium inosinate, disodium glutenylate, citric acid, yellow number 5, yellow number 6, wheat starch. I don't see chilies. I mean, it says Scorchin, right? It says Scorchin. I didn't see chilies in here, so I don't know. There we go. Tom, I'm dying to know what you retracted, but that's okay. We can talk about it later. Cheese, beans, ground beef, tomatoes, sour cream, guacamole. Yeah. They don't seem to. Well, the picture shows nachos, but I don't see the same things on the nachos that I do see on the chips, right? So there's the sour cream in the middle. It looks like maybe green onions. I don't know. If Harrison Ford was here, he'd say, "I got a bad feeling about this." Smell like Pringles. These are wavy though, wavy Pringles. Do we still have to do 2 of them? They got some spice to them. They got some heat. Well, it has burn, like from extract with not so much of the chili flavor. You're going to have to help me out because I think early on we said we're going to do like, what's the word of the day? I said it was going to be chilies or chili. And then we do like a Pee Wee Herman thing where everyone goes, ah, but I don't know if we're actually doing that or not. So I have to trust you that you're doing that at home. Maybe you don't even want to play along. That's fine too. So I'm going to say that these bring a decent heat for Pringles. As far as Scorchin goes, like, oh my God, look at the flames on this. No, it's not that hot. If you are susceptible to heat, to spice, heat from chilies, you might not like them because I think it's not even Tabasco hot, but it does have that burn on your tongue. And if you don't like that sensation, if you don't like chilies and everything, you won't like that. I do taste the cheese, but I think it's like cheddar cheese powder, so that it makes perfect sense that you would taste the cheese. I don't taste anything like any kind of vegetable there. Like, so if they put tomatoes on there, I mean, if it's tomatoes or anything else that you would have on loaded nachos, not tasting that so much. I want to say that I'm getting that sour cream sensation, but it just could be from the cheese. I think the more you eat, the more you get that. I think they're nachos, so you have to have that corn flavor. You have to have that tortilla chip flavor if they're nachos. There's a lot of wheat in there, so you don't get as much of it. It's not bad though. I mean, like, are they going to make corn, corn Pringles? Probably not. It's not bad, and actually for Pringles, it actually brings some heat. So I'm going to give that. I was thinking of giving it a thumbs in the middle. I'm going to actually give it one of these thumbs up at an angle, which would be the equivalent of a 4. Nice heat. I do get that kind of I get the cheese on it. Not so much of the other vegetables and everything, but obviously you can tell that there's jalapenos or some sort of chili there. So yeah, thumbs this way. Now let's go back to our question. I just tried the Pringles fiery loaded nachos and it was hot for me. Oh, so you're talking about these ones here? Yeah, but again, food taster, if you're somebody who doesn't like really hot, spicy stuff, I could see where that would be too hot for you. So there we go. Hey, Sonic Jet has just joined the room. Welcome, Sonic. Good to see you again, I think. What's the only food that comes close to describing life? The only food that comes close to describing life. Fertilizer? Eggs? Maybe eggs. I'm going to go with eggs, Sonic. I'm going to go take a shower. It was nice catching you live. Oh, okay, food taster, thank you for joining us. I don't know if doing this earlier helped at all, but I'm glad you were able to join us. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Hey, everybody on the chat, if you have not checked out Food Taster TV's channel, please do so. Check out his channel. Remember to like the videos, and remember to subscribe. He's always doing something unique and interesting, and he does a lot of snacks, a lot of candy, and a lot of cakes. So, okay, Food Taster TV, we will catch you later. All right. Take care of food. Take care of, oh, Food Taster. Okay, there we go. Everybody saying goodbye. Life is a minestrone. But, Tom, I think that, if I'm not mistaken, Tom, that was a 10cc song, and I don't think it's a lot of people remember that song. It's kind of obscure, but I should know that you would know that. So, life is a minestrone. Life is a, I forget the rest of the words, but yeah, I remember. I think it was a 10cc song. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tom. Val said it's good to see me again. Maybe. Well, we'll see, right? So I'm fine with you, Sonic. We have no beefs. You like to push the envelope sometimes, but no, I have no beefs with you, Sonic, and I'm glad you could join us. Thank you. So I was just kind of joking around. It is good to see you. Glad you could join us. The question was, how many gallons are in a Demijohn? I saw some really interesting answers, which kind of don't jive with this, but that's okay. Let's see. Miguel says 16 US gallons. Tom says 1 gallon of kumquats. Jessica Stanton said 100, just guessing at this point. Janice Yamanaka said Demijohn of wine is 14 gallons. That's a lot of wine. Or it could be 1 to 16 gallons, which is not too specific. That is true. It is not too specific, but this, according to this, it says 1 gallon. There is 1 gallon in a Demijohn. So I don't know why they just call it a gallon, if that's the case. But they say there's 1 gallon and 1 in a Demijohn. There are so many varying answers here. I think maybe Janice hit the nail on the head when she said that it varies between 1 and 16, because Miguel Rangel said 16. That might be right. I'm gonna kind of not go with the card and kind of go what you guys said. Janice, you said 14, which is in between 1 and 16. Tom, you said 1 gallon. Jessica, you said 100. We could just pretend it's like 100 Demijohns, right? So I'm going to say you all have the right answer. Give yourselves all 10 points. There we go. That goes back in the deck. So yeah, I guess I'm a little bit. I guess I'm pleased with Pringles on this one, because again, I do get the corn taste. They do add corn flour in there, so I do get that corn taste. I do get to taste the chilies. I do get to taste the cheese and everything. So it's pretty close. It's not bad, and it actually brings some heat. Not crazy heat, but some heat. So there we go. Served up with Parmesan cheese. Life is a cold lasagna suspended in a deep freeze. Yes, 10 cc. Yeah. Does anyone else in the chat remember that song from 10 cc? And I think the song was called Life is a Minestrone. Does anyone else remember that? These card makers really need to fact check their work. They do, Janice. They should have like a link where you can we can see their fact checking and everything. So I don't know. All right. Last snack. Let's read the card first so we don't forget. And the question is, this is a good question. And I think it's probably doable. I think a lot of people will probably know this. Red Stripe beer is from which country? Again, Red Stripe beer is from which country? So we're going to put this on the bar. Oh, got to put a coaster underneath that. And let's open our last snack, which is Planters cheese balls, cheese flavored snacks with other natural flavor, blazing hot. Now, this is probably not new. These have probably been around for a while, but they just kind of caught my eye. First of all, there's no peanuts in here. I checked the ingredients. There's no peanuts in here. It's Planters. Planters not known for cheese balls, right? So, like, what's up with this? I'm sure these have been around for a while. So, anybody else out there, have you ever tried even just regular Planters cheese balls? Again, these say blazing hot. I don't know if that's a new one, the blazing hot ones, but I thought it was interesting. Planters has been around for a very, very long time. It was founded by Amadeo Obisi in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania in 1906. That's how long Planters has been around. It is now part of Kraft Heinz and therefore now out of Chicago, Illinois. But and then I think they killed off Mr. Peanut. So there were some commercials where he fell off a cliff and they killed Mr. Peanut off. And then they started with a baby peanut, and then the baby peanut grew really fast, and now the baby peanut is Mr. Peanut again. I don't know. It's like kind of goofy. They're probably regretting they did that in the first place. But, here's a brand new can with Mr. Peanut on it. There we go. One of the things that is on our to-do list for the travel aspect of Trippy Food is the Peanut Mobile. And I don't know if you guys have seen it. It looks like a gigantic peanut. So it's about the same size as the Wienermobile, as the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, but it looks like a gigantic peanut. And I think it might even have the hat on it. And it travels around the country. So one of the things, I've seen it in a parking lot, but not actually, seen it up close or like seen it when it was manned. But it's on our list to find a place that has the Peanut Mobile and check out the Peanut Mobile. So we will do that. Again, it's on our list. But we are going to try these Planters new. Oh, it just says new. It does say new. So maybe you guys haven't had that, because it does say new. But it wasn't the fact that it was new that jumped out at me. It was the fact that Planters is making cheese balls, and they're supposedly blazing hot. So again, I have my doubts, but we'll see. They sell those a lot here in Washington State. They sell these particular ones, these hot ones. Planters cheese balls came out in the 90s. They came out with them again in the last 5 years. Oh, so they came out in the 90s, but they went away. They brought them back in the last 5 years. Okay. But apparently, so the cheese balls themselves are not new. The fact that it's blazing hot is new. So they're just trying to jump on that bandwagon. Have you had Hare's Reaper cheese curls? I think we did, and I think we have an episode where we did that, if I'm not mistaken. I know we did the gold emblem ones, which is the CVS brand, Reaper cheese curls. I think they were Reaper cheese curls or Reaper balls. I can't remember which. And Hare's sounds familiar. Let's see. 1 second. Nope, that's not going to work for me. Bear with me 1 second. Because I think we did. I might be mistaken. But how often does that happen? You're still with me, right? All right, let's try this. Because now you have me curious. And we have time, so that's okay. Well, our subscriber, I'm looking at our main page, and the subscriber count is exactly the same. But we have not gained anybody on this live stream. All right, so let's look at content and let's search for hairs. Let's see which one. Oops. Should not have done that. That's okay. So who was asking that? Eli. Eli, you were asking about hairs. Yes, we have done hairs, Carolina Reaper cheese puffs. The episode aired on February 17th of this year. So if you go back to February 17th of this year, or just basically go to our channel, do a search for hairs, H-E-R-R-S, and you can see us reviewing the Carolina Reaper cheese puffs. Was that something we did with no, we did not do that with I think we did it when we were in Boston, but we did not do it with Julie. So there we go. All right, that answers that question. OG, are they wicked hot? Are they a double burner, ring of fire? Well, you get to watch, Eli. So yes, we're still. The reason I asked is because, you know, when I'm doing something on YouTube, I go away from seeing the video of me, go to another screen. Just want to make sure that I didn't lose you. So there we go. All right, cool. They have hairs at 5 below most of the time. I don't remember where I got it when I was in Boston, but I don't remember exactly where I got it. So, whoa. Yep, they smell hot. So these, they're kind of flaming hot color, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Here, let's do this. I don't know why it won't focus. There we go. Yeah, so the kind of flaming hot color. Hey, Panama Red has joined us. Welcome back, Panama Red. Have not seen you in a while. Glad you could join us. There we go. They're light and airy. They don't taste so much like cheese. I think they were going for that flaming hot flavor because it doesn't have a chili or a hot pepper. It doesn't have a chili or a hot pepper flavor. It has some heat. It builds. You don't get it right off the bat. Well, oddly, it doesn't have a strong cheese flavor. And again, I didn't realize that Planters made cheese balls, but because there's no peanuts in it, you know. Planters is peanuts, right? They're synonymous with peanuts. Those are pretty good. I wish they had more cheese flavor. It seems like the heat flavor, that flaming hot kind of flavor is like all you really taste on that. They're light, they're airy. You could probably put it in your mouth and it would just dissolve. That's kind of nice. I think I'm going to give this a thumbs in the middle. I mean, you know, they deliver on the blazing hot. They're not crazy hot. Food Taster TV would not like them. I can tell you that for sure. They do kind of burn your mouth. They can leave a burn on your mouth, but it's not like oh no, oh my God, I need to eat some ice cream right now. Not that hot. But you don't taste the cheese so much. And it says in giant letters there, cheese balls. So they kind of that's why they get a thumbs in the middle and not a thumbs up, is because they obliterate the cheese with the heat. They deliver a nice heat, a decent heat. You kind of feel that one going down, but yeah, just the thumbs in the middle on that one. So let's go back to our question. Our question is: Red Stripe beer is made from which? Red Stripe beer is from which country? And the guesses were. Let's see. Sonic Jet says Mexico. Eli says Jamaica. Miguel Rangel says Jamaica, man. Scott says Jamaica. Jenna says Jamaica. Must be Jamaica. Oh my God, it's Jamaica. Tom very, very specifically said it's made in Kingston, Jamaica on Kumquat Boulevard. So, yeah, everybody got that right. Sonic got it sort of right. Mexico, Jamaica, they're close. They're close to each other. I'm going to give it to you anyways, Eli. So everyone gets 10 points, except Tom was very, very specific. So Tom gets 10.5 points. So 10.5 points for Tom. You're gonna have to get something else 0.5 later on so that you can parlay that into a whole point. So there we go. And that goes back in the deck. Now, did I miss anything here? I made some nachos once using Pocky's Ghost chips. Oh yeah. So Eli, Pocky's Ghost chips are one of my favorite chips, especially for like the hot chips. They bring heat. I mean, they absolutely bring heat. They're the hottest chips, aside from the one chip challenge, of course. They're the hottest chips that I know of, that I'm aware of, that I've experienced. They're hot. There's no joking around about it. There's no two ways about it. Pocky, what do they call it? Haunted. Pocky Haunted Ghost chips. Great flavor, great texture, but heat. So the thing was, I used to be able to go through a whole bag of those, and now I find I can only do like 3 or 4 of those, and I have to give it a rest. And I don't know if they changed their recipe or not, Eli. Maybe you know, because again, it was one of my favorites to just like every once in a while just kind of snack on those and just like ride the flames. And it just seems like they up the heat on those. And like lately, maybe I eat 4 and then I had to stop for a little while and then and then eat some more. So I don't know, but they are one of my favorites, Eli. They're very good. Really do like those. Hey, Ice Hand 69 has joined us again. You didn't know Mr. Planter had cheese balls. Well, you really can't say. I mean, look, he's not wearing pants, but or he does have leggings on. Maybe that's what it is. You can't see them because he has leggings on. Yeah, so I imagine if you made nachos using those, it would be hot. So you could put jalapenos on top of that. It doesn't matter. Those chips are hotter than hell. So that would. Well, the only reason that I would not use those to make nachos is if you're going to put wet stuff on top of that. I don't think they're going to stand up to as much as like a fried nacho chip, like a tortilla chip. A fried tortilla chip is going to hold up better. I think they're going to go that the Pocky Ghost chips would go soggy really quick, but that's okay because maybe it's like chilaquiles where you have that kind of like the tortilla strips are a little bit soft anyways. So it would still work, I think, Eli, but I'm going to have to try that. I'm going to try making nachos with Pocky Ghost chips. But again, I recommend those. They're not for the faint of heart. If you even have the slightest aversion to hot stuff, or like hot stuff gives you heartburn, or you don't like really hot stuff, stay away from them. Seriously. Only the Pocky Haunted Ghost chips, I think, are only for hardcore pepperheads. I think are the only ones that are really going to like that Pocky Ghost chips. So there, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. My Mr. Planter's Peanuts has cheese balls. I think. Oh, Ice Hand we already went there, Sonic, with Ice Hand. So yeah, I think he was joking too. That's why he did a little winky face. Mr. Planter's is naked. Well, I don't know how you can tell that. Maybe because he has spats. Does anyone know what spats are? So spats are most people don't wear them anymore. Sometimes if you have somebody like kind of old-fashioned tails, tuxedos, they might wear spats. So spats are sometimes they're leather, sometimes they're cloth, but they fit over your shoes, so you don't see the laces on the shoes. And they kind of make your shoes look like a boot, but they're white color and they go over black shoes. And so I don't know if you can tell from there, but he's, it might look like he's wearing like loafers with socks, but he's actually wearing spats because he has the top hat and the cane, and that's where that's where you would typically be wearing a tuxedo. He's not wearing a tuxedo. He's not really wearing anything. Now the question is he naked? No, he's got. I mean. As a peanut, he's peanut colored, right? But he has black arms and black legs. So the question is, would a peanut have black arms and black legs? I would think not. So maybe he's wearing something with sleeves and like leggings for the pants. That's my guess. I mean, let's face facts. He's got a top hat. He's got spats. He's wearing gloves. He's wearing white gloves, but he doesn't seem to be wearing like a shirt or pants or a jacket. So it's kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe the jury's out on that. I will let you guys vote on that. Is Mr. Peanut naked, or is he wearing he's just like kind of round around the middle and it's just kind of hanging over his his hips or crotch or whatever is up there, and he's wearing black leggings. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. So I will leave that completely up to you. You decide: is he naked or is he wearing like sleeves and leggings? Honestly, don't know. Either way, he's not being very fashionable. Do you like Renfro's ghost pepper salsa? It's okay. Mrs. Renfro's, I think you're talking about. They're okay, Steve Russell. Mr. Peanut Shell is hiding his clothing. Is his clothing? Well, that's weird because that would mean that his face is part of his clothing, right? So I don't see where his face is separated from the shell. So I mean, if you think about it, right, the peanuts are inside the shell. That could be accurate, but his face is on the outside. So it's like his face is on his clothes. So I don't know, Janice. That one's kind of odd. Value kind of look like Mr. Peanut. Well, no, he has a monocle, I think. Let's see. I got that right? Yes, he has a monocle. And I do not have a monocle. I have glasses. I guess I would have to cover this one up. And then maybe I look like Mr. Peanut. You know, possibly. You should review Rose City Pepperhead's jelly. Miguel, are you just looking at old Trippy food episodes and just saying I should review them? I already did Rose City Pepperhead jelly. So let me hang on a second. We can do this again. We have time. We did. Hang on. We did. Hold that thought. A little bit slow. There we go. I know. Where is that? I know we did an episode. Huh. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. So we did an episode, Rose City Pepperheads / Grano Bakery and Market at Beaverton's Farm and Market, Beaverton. And so what we did was we did 3 of the Rose City Pepperhead jellies, and we did from Grano Bakery, we did the manita. And a manita is a baked good that looks like fingers, and it has like all kinds of awesome stuff inside it. There's like cheese and garlic and other things inside, baked inside it. But it looks like a hand, which is why they call them manitas. It looks like a giant hand. But that episode, when did that episode come out? All right, there we go. It came out November 1st, 2018. So who was asking that? Miguel. Miguel, go back and look at the episode that aired November 1st, 2018, where we do Rose City Pepperhead jelly with Grano Bakery's manita. So done. We did it. Check that out, Miguel. Like, I just get the impression that you saw, oh, Trippy Food did that. Let me mention that, whether you did a review on that or not. So yeah, we did review the Rose City Pepperhead jelly. You could dress like him. Well, again, we still have the jury's still out, Sonic, on whether he's wearing leggings and sleeves, and that's it. Whether his shell is clothing or not. Maybe like I wear a peanut shell as clothing or not. I don't know. Jury's still out on that, Sonic. I could dress like him, but the question is, I don't know. How does he dress? He used to be able to go through a bag of the chips too now, but if I eat more than a handful, it wrecks my stomach. Yeah, Eli. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Eli. I think they changed their recipe. I think they made them hotter. Honestly, think they made them hotter because I used like you. I used to be able to go through a bag of them, and I consider myself a pepperhead. I can eat a lot of hot stuff on a regular basis, and it doesn't really bother me. So I think they brought more heat. I think they upped their recipe a little bit. What do you think of spicy drinks? It depends on Depends on the drink, I think. I've had spicy margaritas that had like chili, had chilies in them. Margaritas that were really good. Spicy Bloody Mary. I've had spicy Bloody Marys. I like them. So I guess the question, Jessica, is to be more specific as to which spicy drinks you're talking about, because as far as the ones that I've had, I know I've had a hot margarita, spicy hot margarita, and I've had spicy Bloody Mary, and I like both of those. But if there's other ones, I don't know. It would depend on the drink. So that's what I think of those two that I've had. Liked them. Maybe the margarita is a little bit trendy because typically you don't do that with a margarita, but it was good and I liked it. So I don't know. Is it just a trendy thing that people are doing? Maybe not. The question is, does Mrs. Peanuts have nuts? Well, the question, Steve Russell, is there a Mrs. Peanuts? I've never seen a Mrs. Peanuts. I don't know if she even exists. So Mr. Peanut may be single. He may not have a spouse, or I mean, if you think about it, if you open up Mr. Peanut and you take the peanuts out of him and you plant them in the ground, you probably grow more Mr. Peanuts. So there may not even be a female. They may not be a Mrs. Peanut. I don't know. I didn't know you did a review. Oh, okay, Miguel. So one of the things that you can do in the future is go to our channel and then just do a search on our channel, because there's a lot. I mean, honestly, we've been doing the YouTube videos probably, I'm going to say like 5 or 6 years. Maybe we've been doing it for about 5 or 6 years, and so we got a lot of stuff there. So check there first. I appreciate the fact that you are making suggestions like that, and that would, if I had not tried it, that would have been an excellent suggestion, because their jellies are really, really good. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't actually seen it, the review. But the first Trippy Food episode I saw was in Alhambra, the hat. Yeah, that was. I don't want to say that was an early one. I don't think it was an early one, but yeah, that was really good. The hat. I love the hat. Since I live here in Alhambra, that's why I'm a fan of that. Only because you live in Alhambra? That's why you're a fan? Okay. Because we got Alhambra covered. Actually, we did 2 in Alhambra. We did the hat, and we also did Grill 'em All. And I think, Sonic, that was your suggestion, doing Grill 'em All. What's your thoughts on spicy drinks, non-liquor related? I'm trying to think. Have we done any on our channel? Hot spicy drinks that were not liquor related, not cocktails or anything. I don't know. Well, okay. So Jessica, we just did the Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew. We just did the Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew. Actually, it was really good. I was really surprised. I thought it was going to be gimmicky. I thought it wasn't going to be really good and everything. It turned out it was really, really good. I don't want to spoil it if you have not seen that episode. If you have not seen that episode, then go check it out. But I thought it was really good. He is wearing legumes. Oh my God. Steve Russell, I'm going to give you 200 points. I'm going to give you 200 points out of the point jar for that. That was awesome. He is wearing legumes. That is awesome, Steve. Oh my God, that's awesome. 200 points for that, Steve. Wow, that is so funny. That is funny as hell. Clamato, yeah. Again, Jessica was asking specifically about non-alcoholic drinks. Do they make, in fact, a Clamato that's not alcoholic? It's like tomato juice mixed with clam juice. I think they do, if I'm not mistaken. Spicy tomato juice. V8. I think there's a spicy V8. So yeah, which would be the basis for like a Bloody Mary anyways. So yeah, those are okay. I like those. Okay. Soda drinks. Haven't had a lot. I don't think I've had a lot of spicy soda drinks. What I should do is I should make a trip to either Galco's or Rocket Fizz and see if they have spicy sodas, and then get 1 or 2 spicy sodas and bring it back. Snappy Tom is a spicy drink. But is Snappy Tom tomato based, Tom? What is the basis for Snappy Tom? And I thought you were Snappy Tom. Spiced pumpkin latte coffee with cinnamon. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if you're if like what kind of spice you're talking about. So that is, cinnamon is a spice, and obviously there's a little bit of like a burn to cinnamon, just like black pepper, right? There's a little bit of a burn to black pepper too. But I don't know, if that qualifies as to like a chili-based heat. I don't know. Grillamal is a great burger place. It is amazing, Sonic. It is amazing, and it was. I appreciate that if that was your suggestion, because that place is awesome. So we went out there with Matt Zion from Reckless Eating, and he got one and I got one, and we just split them. So his was like a waffle. It had a waffle burger, chicken all together, maple syrup on it, and everything. It was really, really good. And I got the D. Snyder, which I think had peanut butter and jelly on it. Both outstanding, really, really good. My first video was the dips at Cole's and Felipe's. Yes. And Tom, the last time you came out here, I think I was in Boston when you came out here, but the last time you came out here, I believe you went to Philippe's. But I don't know that you've ever been to Cole's, right? I think you didn't get a chance to go to Cole's while you're out here. So next time you come out to LA, we have to make Cole's happen for you just so that you can compare the two of those. My favorite is Philippe's. Philippe's is more blue collar. They might give you more meat, I think, at Cole's, but it's also more expensive than Philippe's. But I don't know. Philippe's is kind of my favorite. Love that French dip sandwich is great. Philippe's and Katz's Deli. Sonic, when you mentioned Katz's Deli, is there a Katz's Deli out here? Because as far as Katz's Deli, I always think of Katz's Deli like in New York, or Katz's Deli back east. And I know there was a Katz's Deli in Austin, Texas for a while. They closed years ago. There was a Katz's Deli in Texas. As far as delis go, there's some better ones here than I think that they would stand with the ones in New York. So I would say Langer's. Langer's is outstanding deli, and Brent's, which is in Northridge. In Northridge, outstanding. Both outstanding delis, and I think they would hold their own against New York delis. So they have a regular clamato used a lot in ceviches and mariscos. I'm grateful for Reckless Eating because through them I found Cult Moo and Trippy Food. I appreciate the fact that Reckless. We did get a lot of recognition from Reckless Eating. A lot of the people who subscribed to us did so through Reckless Eating or first saw me on Reckless Eating. So I appreciate that very much. They did that with a lot of other channels. They've had a lot of. I found a lot of other channels through Reckless Eating as well, like Beyond Saddle Eats, Rob Switch Reviews. A lot of those I found through Reckless Eating as well. So do appreciate that of them working with me and letting me do collaborations with them and doing collaborations with me. Do appreciate that. And then also of exposing me to other great channels as well. Main Event Pong is another one. Be nice to try Cole's dip. Yeah, we'll have to have you do that when you come back. I reviewed the Paul Baloff burger and the Foo Bar fries from Grillamal. Janice, I don't remember seeing a Grillamal episode from you. I'm going to go back and find that because, Janice, do you agree? I mean, outstanding. Their food is outstanding. It's really good. Maybe a little bit pricey from what you expect to pay for like a burger and stuff, but to me, it's worth it. It's delicious. It's awesome. I think it was like one of Matt's favorite burger places, just behind Hodad's in San Diego. That was like another one of his favorite places. And he's not a really big burger person. There's a taco place nearby that sells French dips. I have not tried it. There's places that are famous for the French dip. Like I would not call the Hat a French dip. It is a pastrami dip, which is a completely different thing. But so French dips were invented at either Cole's or Philippe's, whichever you choose to believe. But a lot of other people do French dips now. Like the Italian beef sandwich in Chicago is very similar to a French dip sandwich, but different because they're using a different kind of beef, different spices and stuff like that. They'll dip the whole sandwich in au jus if you want. When I was on vacation in New York a few weeks ago, I ate at Katz's. I had the corned beef sandwich, matzo ball soup, and pickles and French fries and coleslaw. Yeah, the thing about New York delis is they're very expensive, but they give you an astronomical amount of food. So like I've never eaten at a New York deli and gotten a sandwich where I haven't walked out of there with like half the sandwich still in a bag and everything, which I usually give to a homeless person, but that's just me. I think I found Cult Moo. Oh, so you found Cult Moo before you found Reckless Eating? That's interesting. Came over Reckless Eating. Also, Matt really promotes channels and good people. He really does, and that's what I try to do as well. So, and I'll remind you guys, we're at like 108. I'm going to go a little bit more. I'm going to do some stupid stuff here in a second. But I try to do the same thing. So a lot of a lot of people that you see here in the chat are people that I've worked with, and I highly recommend that you check out their channels as well. So hopefully because I worked with those channels, that it's given you some exposure to. So the Trips, Old Guy in Colorado, Janice Yamanaka, Food Taster TV, Rob Switch Reviews, Beyond Seattle Eats and everything. So go back through our episodes and you can see the collaborations we've done and everything, and then go check out their channels because they get some great stuff. I would not recommend any of these channels if I didn't think you would enjoy them. If you enjoy our channel, that you would like their channel. Now, there's some differences between our channels. Like for instance, Reckless Eating, I would say they do blue material. I'm just going to call that blue material, right? We try to be a family-friendly channel, not a family channel, but a family-friendly channel. So we try to keep it. Sometimes we'll throw some double entendre in there and everything, but we try to keep it so that you can watch this channel. You can watch the live streams and you can watch the episodes with your kids, and you don't have to be embarrassed and have to explain something to them or anything like that, or say, "Don't ever use that word, Timmy." You can watch him do it, but don't ever use that word. Not that I have a problem with that, because like I said, when I'm on Reckless Eating, I drop some F-bombs, and it gets a little bit risque on Reckless Eating. It's a different kind of channel. They also do different stuff on everything. It's really fun to do those reviews together with Reckless Eating, whether they're doing it on my channel or I'm doing it on their channel. I always love when Matt's doing a collaboration on Trippy food, and then he'll he'll drop an F-bomb or something, and then he'll go like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and I go like, "Hey, don't worry about it, Matt. We just beep it out. Don't worry about it. Just be you, and we'll we'll edit out whatever is questionable." So that's kind of what we do. Really enjoyed the food. Don't think it's expensive because of the quality and portion size. I agree with you, Janice. I agree with you completely. It's worth the money that you pay for it. I've eaten a lot of places where you would pay that kind of money and not get something worthwhile, but because of, like you said, because of the quality and the portion size at Grill 'Em All definitely is worth it. So there we go. The damn demonetization. Well, yeah, but the thing is Reckless Eating, they get demonetized, or at least even had videos taken down, not so much because of swearing, not because of like sexual content or anything like that. It was mostly because the chugging, because it used to be okay, and then YouTube decided that it was not okay to show people chugging alcohol anymore, right? So they had to take a lot of those down. And then the vomiting one. I mean, they patented, they didn't actually patent it, but they patented the term vomit alert, right? Because they did vomiting on the show. Some people were watching like, can they eat that without vomiting and everything? And then again, YouTube decided that was not acceptable anymore, and they had to take all those videos down. My understanding is those videos are now on Patreon, so you can actually see those old videos. They put them back up on Patreon, so they're there on Patreon if you really want to see them. But those are the things that differentiates their channel and our channel, is we don't really do a lot of that. I would say like Tom doesn't either, but every once in a while, I'm trying to remember what it was, Tom. But you ate something, no, it was the challenge where you were doing the what is that stuff that you mix with water? The different beverages that you mix with water. I can't remember what those are called. You were doing the challenge where you had to drink like 6 of those in succession, and I think you painted your lawn with those. Every once in a while, like somebody else. I've never seen Janice, do a vomit take or anything, but and I think Tom, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if you vomited or you just spit it out, was the 2020 burrito. I think that one was pretty nasty, but there we go. Tom called through the fear pong. Sadly, the video is no longer up. Yeah. So I think main event pong. Main Event Pong they had a whole bunch of videos taken down as well for the same reasons. And I think they decided, you know what, this isn't worth it anymore. And so they just basically abandoned the channel. So everything that's up is still up, but they're not going to do anything new. They just said, like, this isn't worth it. I have better things to do, and kind of walked away. So you will still see Nuff in other videos. I imagine at some point in time we'll have him on some more trippy food videos. And he does stuff with Beyond Seattle Eats, and he's just recently done stuff with Reckless Eating. So you'll see Nuff and other stuff, but don't expect to see any new Main Event Pong videos, because I think he just got fed up with the whole thing. So, and don't ask him, because he just like, I'm just gonna say I'm not doing anything anymore. Don't even ask me. So there we go. Watch Janice and try to catch old guys live stream. Yeah, so the reason I didn't do a live stream yesterday was because I was at the Seal Beach Classic Car Show, but I got back in time to catch the tail end of Tom's live stream. So I try to do that as well. So obviously, those of you who are used to me saying, "Hey, Tom's going to do a live stream after this," he's not going to do a live stream after this. He did his yesterday. I'm a day late, so don't be hanging out like waiting for Tom to do a live stream later on. Unless you decide you're going to do a live stream later on, that's up to you. Sad enough, stepped down from YouTube. Yeah, Eli, I think he just kind of walked away from it. He didn't take the channel down. He didn't take the videos down or anything. They're there if you still want to go see them. I think he just got tired of the bovine excrement. Let's put it that way. I think he just got tired of it and just said, this isn't worth it, and just walked away from it. So, got to respect him for that. That's cool. And like I said, you will see him in Reckless Eating videos and Beyond Saddle Eats videos and Trippy Food videos in the future. So there we go. Great guy, easy to work with, a lot of fun to work with. So there we go. That must have taken Matt so much work to go through all his videos, but it was that or lose his channel. It was really messed up what YouTube did. Dang, you didn't know about that Main Event Pong. Yeah, Scott. So as far as Reckless Eating goes, they lost a lot of subs because of it. Because there were some people that just specifically watched for that stuff, and when they couldn't watch anymore, they lost a bunch of subs. I mean, you still have a decent following. It's I want to say like 620,000 maybe subscribers, but they did lose a lot when they had to take a lot of those videos down, because that's what people were watching for, and so he did lose a lot. I'm just kind of glad that he perseveres with that. But again, he diversifies, and he still does that stuff on Patreon. And then on Twitch, he's doing the live streams where he's gaming. So he just kind of keeps it interesting and new. There we go. The crush video, I puked. The burrito, the crush video. Yeah, there was different. The burrito, I spit out. Yeah. Couldn't tell because I think you were kind of like gagging a little bit when you're spitting it out to the bag and everything. But yeah. My thing is, and like the reason that you haven't seen me is like, I typically don't vomit. Even if something is really, really bad, I just kind of work it down. I just kind of work it, like it's in my mouth. I don't know that I've ever actually spit anything out. I just kind of like my sense of commitment is I put this in my mouth. I wanted to see what it was all about. I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna swallow this. So even though some people might watch my videos and go like, doesn't he think that tastes bad? It's like, yeah, sometimes it tastes horrific, but I'm committed to it, and so I finished that. And I really honestly have not vomited since 1980. 1980. I remember the specific instance when I did it. It's not worth talking about. Maybe if you want me to sometime, I will. But we will talk about that sometime. Can't say I feel bad. He just does fine. Exactly. Yeah. We'd love to see a collaboration with Doodle and Matt's Guppy. Maybe Guppy, but most likely not Zig. Not Zig. Because Ziggler will kill and eat Doodle. I'm confident of that. That Doodle would be a lunch. He would be a snack for Ziggler. I'm absolutely confident. Maybe Guppy's young. Maybe. I don't know that Doodle's ever seen a cat. I honestly don't believe that Doodle has ever seen a cat. So he might just think it's a weird dog. I don't know. I think he would get along well. He's pretty chill. Hey, Eli, are you taking off? Then enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I hope you have a good week ahead of you. Italian beef sandwiches on the menu for Saturday. Awesome. I love Italian beef sandwiches. All right, so we're kind of winding it down. I'm only kind of going like an extra half hour because we were half an hour late going in. Let's keep it a nice round, even 2 hours. If it's less, it's less. If it's more, it's more. But it is time when we do our stupid thing. And Eli, I'm sorry you're going to miss that, but still have a great weekend. All right, so let's see how we want to do this. Let's start with, let's put one of these crackers in the bottom. Again, not really a snack that we did, but I think it'll hold things together really well. So let's see, what should we put on next? Let's do the Pringles. We'll just do one. These are kind of thick because they're wavy. We'll put the Pringles on there. Oh, no, I got a better idea. I'm going to take the cracker and I'm going to spread some of the fish pâté on there. Because then we can stick stuff to that. That's a great idea, Val. How did you come up with that? You must have had help. All right. There we go. So let's put stuff on there and then we'll put the Pringles on the top. So let's see. Let's take some of these. Yeah! Everyone's okay. First time I saw a dog saw a deer with hilarious. I wish I filmed it. Scott, did he think it was another dog, like a big tall dog? I think 3 should be enough. Let's just stick that in the fish. And I think I'm going to take a cheese ball. I'm going to stick that in the middle. 1 cheese ball, that should be enough. Put that in the middle. A piece of the oat chocolate. I think I'm going to rest the oat chocolate in the Pringle. Let's see. And then we have our Viking ship-shaped sour gummy with cola flavor from IKEA. See, I'm going to put that under here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, right? 6. Am I forgetting anything? I'm not forgetting anything. All right, there we go. So there's this. We're just going to put this up. Let's see. I'm going to move that cheese ball on top. There we go. That's everything. Here we go. See if I can get this in my big mouth. I probably can because I have a big mouth. Miguel, you obviously weren't listening to me when I was talking about chugging alcohol on YouTube. Oh, that one's weird. Get the fish pâté. That's the strongest flavor. I'm tasting the chocolate and the gummy, the sweetness from those, but they don't clash with the fish. It's really kind of funny. The peanuts are gone. They disappeared. Now here's the weird part. These cheese balls, which did have some heat, are gone. The Pringles, which had a little bit of heat, that's gone. There's not a lot of heat to this. Now I'm stuck with the Viking ship gummy. That stays. Everything else is gone, but that stays because that's chewy. It's actually pretty good. There's nothing off-putting in that combination. Everything. There's some weird flavors that go together. The fish, sweetness, saltiness, spiciness. So there's some weird flavors to it, but they don't clash with each other and everything. They're actually not bad. I'm gonna give that a thumbs up this way. Okay? Not a complete thumbs up because who does this, right? Oh yeah, Val, you do that. Well, I have one of these thumbs ups. It's not offensive at all, and it's interesting. So yeah, thumbs up. There we go. It's not often that happens, but it did happen just now. So what did I miss over here? Let's see. I think that might be it. It's kind of winding down. Chug the beer. He didn't know what it was, but when it moved, he jumped about 6 feet and started barking. He set off, and he never barked. Yeah, that is weird. So the thing about Doodle is he'll bark at something, and then like another dog, and if the dog barks back at him, then the barking continues. if he barks at something and if he barks at a dog and they don't bark back at him, he usually stops barking. So really interesting though to see what his reaction to a cat would be, because again, he has none. So I think we pretty much winded it down. So we kind of regained the time that we lost. That's okay. I appreciate you guys hanging out. The number's a little bit lower here. That's okay. I did see that a lot of people had to go, and I appreciate you taking part of your weekend to spend with us. I imagine we'll probably be back to normal time next week. We'll see. I'll let you guys know early enough. Are you guys getting enough notification that time has changed? Or is it just kind of like you go like we usually do it at 1 p.m. Pacific time on Saturday, so you go to the channel and you see that we're not there? Because I think when I post something, it usually says coming up. This video is coming up. I put it in the community thing. We do Twitter, we do Instagram, we do Facebook on our Trippy Food Facebook page. Are you guys getting notified? Do you guys get notified in that? Do you follow those other things? So I guess that's kind of a reminder. We also do Instagram. We also do Facebook. We also do Twitter. I know you guys are going to laugh at this, but I think we're going to start doing TikTok. But we're going to do something very, very specific on TikTok. So I'm not going to dance. You guys don't want to see that. And we're not going to do food, even mini food reviews on there. We're going to do something very, very specific on there. It'll be interesting. We'll see. I know Matt hates it, but I think he can make it work for me. Everything. So, but if you're not checked out the other social media and everything, do so. You might find something interesting. You might not like some of the other ones. I can promise you that. It is what it is. I appreciate you subscribing, and I appreciate you watching, and I appreciate you joining us for these live streams. Again, I say it every week. I'm not going to get tired of saying it. It's just I love this. I love doing this. I love the interaction that I have with you. I like this. I love this community that we've built. And like I said, we're 130 subscribers away from 5,000, but still, I'd love to, like, maybe, when we get up to like several million, like LA Beast, these live streams may be more difficult to do because I'm not able to catch up. Like I know a lot on sometimes when I'm on LA Beast live stream, I might ask a question and everything, and it just goes past and he never sees it and everything. I'm not going to kind of continue to do it and everything. I just figure there's 1,000 people in that chat. He's going to miss stuff. Ken Domick, same thing. Ken Domick has a lot of people in his chat. If he misses something, he misses something. Reckless Eating, they miss something, they miss something. I don't take it personally if they miss things. They can't get to everything. We're small enough that I think we can get to everything right now, and I need your help too. So like if I'm busy talking and I miss something, I need you guys to just kind of remind me so that I can get to you. And it's kind of nice that we're small enough that we can do that right now. But at the same time, I wouldn't mind having more subscribers. If you have not subscribed, please do so. If you can recommend us to friends of yours who may not be subscribers and everything, do so. Don't be making fake accounts or anything else like that, because they usually take those down anyways. And so we want people to subscribe because they really want to subscribe and they enjoy what we do. And that's the thing. So again, I appreciate every single one of you for participating in these live streams and for being subscribers. And again, if you have not subscribed, please do so. You don't even have to maintain an account. You just sign in, make an account, and use that to log in. And that's it. You don't have to put any content or anything else like that on there. It is what it is. But appreciate every single one of you. No, Miguel, I do not have any tattoos. I just never got around to getting any. I've mulled some in my mind, like what would I get if I got a tattoo? I think at my age, I'm thinking like why would I get one now? But it's always in the back of my mind that I would get one. But I never bothered to get one. I don't have anything against it. I just like I said, never got around to it. I do have this one. I think my ear is pierced. It is since closed up. I don't wear an earring very often. I might open that one back up, but there we go. The only piercing and tattoos. Can't say I like Dominic. It's different. What he does is different, right? It's maybe a little bit drier. He doesn't do as much humorous stuff, and he doesn't do as much crazy stuff. But he does, like his stealth camping and stuff like that. It's fun. It's fun to watch. So again, just something different. But a lot of people do like it. So he actually does have quite a following. So I will leave it with you again. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. And thank you so much for being part of this community that I love. The high point of my week. It is always the high point of my week. And I mean that sincerely. So thank you so much. So I will ask you though, because it is crazy out there, I will ask you, please take care of yourselves. Please take care of others. And we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining us today.